Papa told me, take it. Said you can't walk before you crawl when you trying to make it. You can't run before you walk, no skipping the basics. You can't win without failing, first you gotta face it. A L is what you make it, you gotta take it.
That's all you want. Go ahead, get your cameo. We can get your cameo. Okay, you gone? Okay, goodbye. Sit.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
It's for God now. My musical journey was filled with me seeking acceptance. And I felt like, because I had the gift to sing, that I could do what other singers or R&B artists or soul artists could do, and I felt like I could do it better, and that was what people seemed to be attracted to. But there's always been like a specific call on my life that I rejected because I felt like it made people reject me instead of actually stepping into what God was trying to cultivate and birth out of me that would attract people to me in a time such as this. So, but R&G, it's the new wave, man. Rhythm and gospel. And I feel like that's the sonic that God has birthed out of this right here. You know what I'm saying? And these right here. In my production and in my songwriting, it's a whole new wave, like rhythm and gospel, man. Like you gotta hear it. You gotta understand it, man. You gotta hear it. Take It literally came from a direct life experience that was intertwined with the death of my grandfather, which was like my father figure as well as like my spiritual covering. On his deathbed, he literally said those two words, like, this is real life, take it, for like 2-3 days in hospice till he couldn't talk no more before the day that he died. And 13 years of my life, I literally found myself trying to understand what those words meant. But now I know that all he was trying to tell me and my family was that there's like a mantle on our lives that God has placed in accordance to his purpose and his will for our lives to draw people back to him. And it was just time for me to take on my position in that family, you know what I'm saying, in that regard. Yeah, so my album is done. I'm probably gonna release it like around spring, but for sure my next single I'll be dropping February 14th called Sunshine. You wanna know what Sunshine is about? Okay, I figured you did. So Sunshine literally is about relationship. Now, me being a man and a man of God, all encompassed into one, like my testimony ain't the testimony that was one of, well, I did relationship the way God said to do it throughout the courses of my relationships in my life. But in my older age now, which I'm not that old, I'm only 27, but I'm older than I was. When I thought as a child, I acted as a child. But now that I'm old, okay, I'm playing now. But no, straight up, like the older I got, the more important it became for me to really like just, I want a wife, bro. Like I want kids. I want to be a father that my children or my wife that God sends can be godly proud of. And I feel like a lot of people in our culture, just young people in general, and I'm not going to seclude it to just like a particular race, but for like young men and young women, we live in an era where it's all about like self-gratification of what somebody can do for you instead of it being about connection of the heart and connection of monogamous relationship under the covering of God, like, which is really the real glue in a relationship that lasts. Yeah, instead of everybody trying to like be a real chick that give a F about a hitter, or you trying to be a city guy. Like, nah, man, like God made us man and woman for one another. He made us to love each other, and he didn't say that it would be boring if we do it his way. It was important for me to voice the importance of relationship God's way and still encompass the butterflies in the stomach that you get along with the feeling of seeing somebody that you want to pursue as well. Because I don't feel like God's against courtship. I just feel like God's against not going about cultivating whatever relationships you enter into, because friendships are relationships too, without seeking Him as being a part of each one of those relationships, because then He can guide you to the partner that's designed for you, even in the course of those friendships. Some of those dates that you go on, y'all meant to be lifelong friends, and some of those dates, you never know, you might have missed the mark on who you was really supposed to be with because you were looking for the wrong thing. So yeah, you can live for God and she can still be your sunshine after the rain, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely gonna be somebody that God has purpose for you to be able to live out life in all its glory as well as all of its vulnerability as well too. So yeah, look out for it, February 14th. I know it sounds all lovey-dovey, but that's a smack too. Matter of fact, go ahead and play this little clip of it real quick. Yeah.
Hit me out. All of a sudden. Listen.
Swear it's been a long time since I tried this love thing.
Yeah.
TBH, I don't know just what it's stuck with you,
Don't know.
girl. All I know is I won't change.
don't.
All I've known is my own way. Switching up plays. All I know is since I seen your face, girl, I've been thinking about you every day.
cap.
I've been thinking about you every way, girl.
Every way.
I mean in every way.
Hold up.
I think I need to pray. Love that you riding your own way.
Love it.
Love that you paving your own lane with your own brain, girl. So special I can't explain. I guess all I'm really trying to say is,
can you be my sunshine
Be my sunshine
after the rain?
after the rain.
When it pours down,
Pours down.
do it bring shame?
Do it bring shame? No shame.
I'm not controller.
Oh, appreciate you for taking a listen to that there. That's Sunshine. That's a piece of it. It'll be out February 14th. That's my second single. If you don't already, go ahead and go to wherever you listen to your music right now. Type in Brandon Sutton, BRANDON, SUTTON. He's going to put it right here on my hand. That's why I got it up there. And you look up Take It, TAKEIT. That's out right now for everybody that is interested in hearing that. I believe it'll bless your life. Visuals out as well on YouTube. Just look up Brandon Sutton, Take It official video. You can follow me right now at Mr. All of a Sutton. My last name, like all of a sudden, but SUTTON. Got a nice ring to it, don't it? Here you go, one more time, at Mr. All of a Sudden. That's on Instagram, at Mr. _ All of a Sudden. That's on Twitter. You can find me at Brandon Sutton and Brandon Sutton Music on Facebook, man. Love y'all. God loves you too. We out.